First topic for IEOPER 3 is decision theory, and it embodies a set of concepts, principles, techniques, tools that help a decision maker in dealing with complex decisions under uncertainty. So as I've said, same pa rin yung area ng operations research, making decisions pa rin, pero this time we deal with complex decisions under uncertainty. Okay? So, now, of course, para mas maintindihan niyo, decisions that we make every day vary in terms of complexity. So, in your level, students pa lang kayo, you don't have much responsibilities or much to worry about aside from school and going out, no, for fun with your friends. But for adults, your parents who have more responsibilities, they have financial decisions to make, they have relationship decisions to make, a lot of other major decisions like when you get sick, they have decisions to make as to saan hospital ba kayo dadalhin, what treatment methodology to use, etc. No? So let me just bring you back first to simple decisions that you make every day. Okay? Now, question. And you can unmute yourself and answer me quickly para we save time. Do you make decisions every day?
Yes po.
Okay. Give me an example.
Kung ano po kakainin pag breakfast.
Okay, kung anong may alternatives ka ba?
Meron po.
Okay. So, number one principle, you cannot make a decision without alternatives. Tama?
Yes po.
In other words, decision making is non-existent if you only have one alternative or one option. Yan yung situation where we say no choice. Okay? Wala tayong choice kasi isa lang yung alternative natin eh. 'Di ba? So walang decision making na mangyayari. 'Di ba? You just execute that particular action, 'di ba? Pero once you have at least two actions, alternative actions to choose from, then decision theory comes in, no? Decision making comes in. Okay? So, what to eat for breakfast? Did you make a decision on what section to enroll in for IE Upper 3? Just unmute yourself quickly kung may sasagot.
Yes, sir.
Di ba may alternative tayo? May alternative actions tayo. Pwede tayong mag-enroll sa IE Upper 3 EB. Pwedeng EC1, pwedeng EC2. Iba-iba ang time slot niyan. And I don't know kung nakikita niyo yung prof. Kung iba-iba yung prof, pwede rin criteria yan for decision nyo. Diba? Kunyari, ang nakalagay na prof doon, si Mr. Cruz, si Dr. Bender Raico, tsaka si Richard Lee, ako. Okay? So again, pwede kayong mamili based on the time slot, yung convenience nyo, or yung professor na magtuturo. There are options. So that is a sample of small decisions that you make for yourself every day. In fact, you can make very small decisions, no? Like, for example, pwede kayo mag-decide, paglalabas kayo, magdadala ba ako ng umbrella o hindi? I have two alternative actions. Do I bring an umbrella or don't I bring an umbrella? Okay? So, if for example, you bring umbrella, this is one of your options, no? Do you see yung what I'm writing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have two options. You have to decide if you bring an umbrella, whether to bring an umbrella or not. Now, after you make this decision, syempre may consequence yan. Di ba? Bakit mo ba naisipang magdala ng umbrella? Kasi nung tinignan mo yung ulap, medyo makulimlim, baka umulan. Di ba? That prompted you to make a decision, no, to bring an umbrella. So eto, decision 3 na yung ginagawa ko. I'm going ahead of the lesson already, but later on I'll present it to you, no? So, whenever you have to make a decision, a square node precedes it. Okay, so this is a decision tree already. I'm drawing the decision tree based on the example, the simple decision example that I'm giving you right now. Okay, so decision tree. So now, a square node precedes alternative courses of action. So in this particular example, alternative 1 is to bring an umbrella. Alternative 2 is not to bring an umbrella. Now, after you have made a decision, so let me proceed. Okay? So, we are already here. Okay? We are already here. Alternative courses of actions. Ito na yun. Okay? Next, we have what we call states of nature or events. No? These are already the components of a decision theory problem. Para magkaroon tayo ng decision-making process, kailangan merong decision maker, kailangan merong alternative courses of action, at kailangan merong states of nature or events. Ano ba itong states of nature? Ito yung mga states of the environment that are not within the control of the decision maker. Okay? So, ngayon, kapag nag-decide ka, bring umbrella or not bring an umbrella, these alternative courses of actions are within the control of the decision maker. Okay? Nasa control nyo yan. Pero, kapag nakakita kayo ng round node, okay, that means that yan yung state of nature. Ano yung mga pwede mangyari after you make a decision? What can happen after you make a decision? Nagdala ka ng umbrella, tapos lumabas ka na. Naglakad ka. Okay, anong pwede mangyari?
Umulan po.
Anyone?
Umulan po, hindi.
Okay, so pwedeng rainy, pwedeng rain, pwedeng naging sunny or cloudy. Diba? So in other words, sunny or cloudy, it means that it did not rain. Correct? Okay, now, tingnan natin to ha. So, if you did not bring an umbrella, ganun pa rin yung state of nature. Diba? Yung environment. Pwede pa rin umulan, pwedeng hindi umulan. Okay, tingnan natin. So, itong circular node na to, okay, triggers your events. At sabi natin, yung state of nature or events, let's label this as E1, and this as E1 and this as E2. Event 1, event 2. Event 1, event 2. Okay? So, meron ba kayong control over the events? Yan yung question. So, in a decision theory problem, do you have control over whether it will rain or it will not rain? Yes or no?
No po.
Wala tayong control, di ba? Kaya sinasabi dito, states of nature, okay, these are not under the control of the decision maker. Wala yan sa control natin. But this will happen after a decision has been made. Okay? So, dyan nagkakatalo ngayon. So, if I now go back, if alam ko sana, if I know for sure that it's going to rain, for example, if I know for sure, if I know for sure that it's going to rain, would it have helped me make a decision?
Yes po.
Yes, di ba? For sure, pipiliin mo na yung A1, yung bring an umbrella. Kasi alam mo kung anong mangyayari eh. Okay? Pero kung hindi mo alam anong mangyayari, yan yung sinasabi natin na decision making under uncertainty. Okay? Hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari and therefore, dahil hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari, you can still choose any of the two alternatives, A1 or A2. Okay? Now, kapag tama yung decision mo, ibig sabihin maganda yung consequence. Kapag mali yung decision mo, ibig sabihin hindi maganda or negative yung magiging consequence. So the last component of a DT problem are the consequences or the result. Okay? The consequences that must be assessed by the decision maker are measures of, okay, ang assumption kasi nitong consequences na to, it's a business problem. Kaya, ang consequence mo, net benefit payoff cost or revenue. Now, let's go back to this problem. Okay? Kapag nagdala ka ng umbrella at umulan, A1, E1. Okay? So, let's go here. A1. Okay, bear with me sandali para same pace tayo sa kabilang klase. A1, A1. A1, E1 pair. Okay? So, A1, E1 pair is this one. Okay? This one. This two. Kapag nagdala ka ng umbrella at umulan, may consequence ba yan or may outcome ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Is it a positive consequence or a negative consequence?
Positive.
Okay, positive. Class agrees. Kapag may magdi-disagree sa mga sagot, just type sa chat box. Okay, positive consequence yan. Okay? Pero we cannot measure it in terms of profit, di ba? Or cost. Pero there's a consequence. Alam natin there's a consequence. Perhaps the consequence is, positive consequence is, hindi ka magkakasakit or the probability of you getting sick is lower. Okay? If you want to quantify yung consequence, no, maging number siya, you can express it in terms of probability of getting sick, no? Mas mababa yung chance mo na magkasakit ka. Now, this is positive. Let's look at A1, E2. Okay? You brought an umbrella, pero it did not rain. Is there a consequence? Is there a consequence? Oh, dala-dala.
Yes.
Imagine niyo sarili niyo, dala-dala niyo yung payong niyo, okay? Tapos kung malaki pa yung payong niyo, hawak-hawak niyo 'yan, tapos hindi naman umulan. So, will it inconvenience you to a certain degree?
Yes po.
Yes, 'di ba? Parang ang consequence niyan is that you have excess baggage. Okay? You have excess weight to carry around with you as you commute or as you go to places, and then hindi mo naman siya napakinabangan or nagamit. That's a consequence of your decision, of the pair A1, E2. Okay? So may consequence ka dyan. Or, like in my case, I have lost many umbrellas already because I bring them to places tapos hindi ko naman iniiwan ko tapos nakakalimutan ko ng balikan. So that's another consequence, no? So for this example, makikita natin may consequences, no? Negative yung consequence dito. Okay? So what is my point? Every alternative and every event pair has a consequence. A2, E1 pair will have a consequence. A2, E2 pair will also have a consequence. So, sa A2, E1, you did not bring an umbrella, tapos umulan, negative yung consequence mo. Di ba? Kasi mababasa ka, magkakasakit ka. Negative yon. Pero yung A2, E2, you did not bring umbrella, tapos hindi umulan, ito yung perfect. Okay? Wala kang dadalhin, di ba? Tapos hindi umulan. Okay? Positive consequence. The point here is this. You will see here under consequences that there is a consequence associated with each action event pair. Okay? So every action event pair will have a consequence, and if it is a business problem, you will see the consequences here. Dito nyo makikita. Bawat isang endpoint dito, mayroon kang makikitang consequence. Yan, dyan sa dulo. Okay? There will be a consequence there. Alright? So, I can skip this. So, ito yung decision tree. Ito yung dinrowing natin ngayon. You have a square node. Sabi dito, it precedes the set of actions or alternatives taken by the decision maker. And then, a round node precedes the set of events after a decision has been made. So, ito yung decision mo. Pag may round node ka na, ito yung mga events na mangyayari. Okay? So, I'll teach you how to use this decision tree. Okay? Decision tree for decision theory next meeting. Okay? So, yung branches, yan yung mga connection, dyan yung ilalagay yung alternatives ninyo at saka yung mga events ninyo. Alright, so this is an example of a decision tree. Okay, I will end with this. No, there are two decision-making theories that I will teach you. One is decision-making under risk, and the other one is under uncertainty. So going back to this diagram here of a decision tree, if you do not know the probability, whether it's the probability of rain or no rain, if you are uncertain about this, then you are bound to make a decision based on uncertainty. So kapag hindi natin alam yung kung question mark ito, question mark yung probabilities dito, then decision making is done under the condition of uncertainty. Okay? However, if, for example, from our friendly neighborhood Pag-asa, we are able to see from TV the probability that it will rain today is 80%, okay, 0.8. And the probability it will not rain is 20%, 0.8 and 20, okay? Then if you have probabilities associated with the events that can possibly happen, then you are now making a decision under risk. Okay? So again, the difference lang is kung may probability yung event, under risk yan. Kung walang probability, under uncertainty yan. Okay? So I will teach you next meeting, uumpisahan natin, pag walang probability, how do you arrive at a decision? So I will give you certain decision rules or guidelines to follow in making a decision. Okay? So I will end there. Okay? By the way, na-discuss ko to kanina, ang itatackle natin sa IEO per 3 are single stage decision problems. Single stage, ibig sabihin, ito single stage ito. Isang decision lang ang gagawin mo. Magdadala ka ba ng umbrella or hindi? Okay? Next, pwedeng multiple stage or sequential decision problems. Okay? So, pwedeng tanggalin ko muna to. Ang sequential decision making, ibig sabihin, you make decisions at more than one point in time. So kunyari dito, you decided to bring an umbrella. Pwedeng you have another option. Okay, pwedeng another option. Big umbrella or small umbrella. Okay? And then, after this, dyan papasok yung rain or no rain. Rain or no rain. Okay? So, you will see here in this diagram, you now have two decision boxes. Okay? So, that means you have to make one decision after another. Okay? So, sequential decision making yan. We will tackle that in IEO per 3. Then, for IEO per 3, we will just be concerned about discrete DT problems. Ibig sabihin, finite, mabibilang natin yung list of alternatives natin. Kaya natin gawin itong tree diagram na to. Yung events din natin, finite. Okay, nabibilang din natin yan. Okay? Ang continuous DT problems, hindi natin itatakal sa IEO per 3. This involves alternatives and events that are infinite. No? Maraming alternatives sobra. Okay? And finally, we will also tackle yung decision theory problems with or without experimentation. Okay? The purpose of experimentation is to obtain additional information before you make a decision. Okay? And last, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, if you're faced with a major, kung ang problem mo lang, decision mo lang is to bring an umbrella or not, pwede kang mag-gamble eh. Sige, hindi na lang ako magdadala. Kung umulan, di nabasa ako, okay lang. Mabasa lang naman eh. Okay? Kasi minor decision lang naman yan. Pero if you're making a major decision, like for example, you are going to invest or expand your business and invest in a lot of big machines worth 100 million pesos. Okay? Bago mo gawin yung decision na yan, you would want to make sure whether the machines that you will buy will actually help your business become more efficient or not. So therefore, you need to collect extra information in order for you to be able to uh, make a better decision. Okay? Kaya, ini-discuss din natin yung mga cases where we will have additional information or not. Okay? So,